The world thought Argentina's story was already finished, not because they had fallen, but because they had already reached the summit. The 18th of December 2022, Lusail Stadium, a nation wrapped in sky blue and white, holding its breath as one man finally lifted the one trophy that had eluded him his entire career. Lionel Messi, the boy from Rosario, had answered every question anyone had ever asked of him, every comparison to Maradona, every accusation that he could not do for his country what he had done for Barcelona. Every doubt silenced in a single night. Argentina were world champions. The story had its perfect ending, or so everyone believed, because football has a cruel habit. It refuses to let great stories stay finished. 4 years later, as the 2026 World Cup opens across North America, a new chapter begins, and it starts with a question nobody expected to still be asking. What happens when the greatest player who ever lived simply refuses to fade? What happens when Lionel Messi, at an age when most legends have already become statues and documentaries, decides he still has unfinished business? And what happens to Argentina, the defending champions, when after everything, they still need him this much? This is not the Argentina of Qatar. That team played like soldiers with nothing left to lose, a team forged in pressure, hungry and desperate and united. This Argentina is different, older in some areas, untested in others. A squad still searching for its identity after winning the one thing it always wanted. And yet somehow, after all the years and all the trophies, the exact same man still stands at the absolute center of everything. If you are new here, this channel is on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and stories like this one are exactly why we started telling them. If you enjoy these breakdowns, hitting subscribe genuinely helps us keep going, and it costs you nothing. Alright, back to Kansas City. The champions arrived at Arrowhead Stadium carrying a weight that only champions understand. Every rival they face for the next month does not just want to win, they want to be the team that ended Argentina's reign. Every mistake becomes a headline. Every performance gets measured against perfection, against history, against a trophy already won. Algeria stood across from them as the first test of this new campaign, a team with nothing to lose and absolutely everything to prove on the biggest stage their football program has ever reached. The opening minutes were chaos from the first whistle. 2 goals were chalked off for offside inside the first 8 minutes alone, one for each side, the stadium barely given a chance to exhale between them. Then Messi touched the ball for the first time, shifted his weight, and for a moment the years seemed to disappear entirely. The defenders backed off instinctively, as if their bodies remembered something their minds had not caught up to yet. The net rippled. The crowd rose to its feet, and then the flag went up. No goal. Algeria nearly answered just minutes later, a low-driven strike slipping past the goalkeeper, only to suffer the exact same fate, offside, ruled out, the away end deflating as quickly as it had erupted. The match had become a storm inside its first quarter of an hour. And it is in storms that the greatest players in the world remind you exactly why they are great. In the 17th minute, Rodrigo de Paul split the Algerian defense with a single sliding pass, the kind of ball that looks simple until you realize almost nobody else on the planet sees it in time. Messi met it in full stride, drove straight at goal with no hesitation, and from the edge of the box, struck with that same left foot that has broken hearts across 5 different World Cups, spanning 2 different decades. The ball flew into the top corner. No goalkeeper alive was saving that shot. Argentina led 1-0, and the goal came on Messi's 200th appearance for his national team, 200 times wearing that shirt. 200 times carrying an entire football-obsessed country on his shoulders. 200 times being asked to be the answer. And still, despite a roster genuinely loaded with world-class talent, Emiliano Martinez commanding the goal, Alexis Mac Allister running the midfield with total composure, Lautaro Martinez leading the line with real menace, the spotlight kept finding exactly one man. Argentina controlled 68% of possession, that half total domination by any measure, and yet the entire performance still seemed to hinge on a single pair of feet. Every dangerous moment seemed to begin with him. Every gasp from the crowd followed him around the pitch like a spotlight that refused to move on. And that is where the real question of this entire tournament begins. Not whether Messi can still perform at this level, because he clearly still can. 3 minutes of game time had already proven that beyond doubt. The real question is whether,